What's up, everybody? William the Creator here. Let me do that again. What's up, everybody? William the Creator. Creator. I gotta put the O and the R at the end. I said it too quick. I said creator. I don't know. William the Creator here. Of course, I'm sorry. We're trying to do a funny introduction, but I'm kind of messing up. If you've seen the non-spoiler review, I kind of messed up with that one a little bit. Just tell me how it is in the comment section. I meant to ask you in the comment section how I did with the introduction for the last video, and I didn't, so I'm sorry if it sounds kind of cringy, and if the one I did just now was cringy, I'm sorry. But let's move on. This is the spoiler review. So I gave Fantastic Four a 10 out of 10, of course, and I told you everything that I had to put out, even though, I didn't want to spoil nothing. I tried not to spoil nothing. So this is the spoiler review. So if you're watching this, you didn't watch the non-spoiler review, you don't want to be spoiled, go and watch that video. Watch the movie, come back, and then watch this. If you don't want to do that and you don't care and you want to be spoiled, then go ahead, keep watching this. I don't give a shit. It's not my fault that you got spoiled because I made a spoiler video. But I'm warning you now. So I'm gonna give a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic Four did a credit scene, and you see Doctor Doom at the end of it. There's the first spoiler. I'm sorry, people. If you didn't leave, you didn't want that. Hey, I warned you. I gave you a countdown. But yes, so at the end of the post-credit scene, not the one all the way at the end, but the mid-credit. It's the mid-credit scene, not the post. The mid-credit scene, you see Doctor Doom. You don't see his face. All you see is him inside the Fantastic Four's headquarters, touching Franklin, of course, on the face with his mask off. You see the mask and his green cloak and him, but you don't see his face. And when we saw that, everybody in the theater started clapping because they all know this was directed by the Russo brothers, because they mentioned that the Russo brothers, the guys who are directing Avengers Doomsday, coming out December 19 next year, is directing a credit scene for this movie, and that's what it was. The other credit scene was just a funny little cartoon of the Fantastic Four, the old one. They told you the old clip of the opening of the old Fantastic Four cartoon from the 60s, 70s it was, and it was cute, but it was like, instead of like the actual characters they made for the cartoon, it was actually these characters in this live action movie being part of that cartoon. So it was a cartoon of them and their world shown to us in the post credit scene. But the mid credit scene was the reveal of Doctor Doom finally in live. But there's a little, it was probably like 2-3 seconds of him. You see him touching Jonathan Franklin on the face or looking at him or something. We don't know. We just saw the cloak, the mask, and Franklin in front of him, because Franklin's now like 5-6 years old by this time, because this took 4 years after he was born. And man, but the reason I brought that up, because in the beginning of Fantastic Four, the first steps, you do see that Susan Storm, of course, Invisible Woman, she was at a political council meeting, kind of like the what's the one with all the nations come together in that one building to talk about political issues in the world and stuff. What is it called? It's not called World Nation. You guys know what I mean. If you know what I mean, put in the comments below. I'm not that big in politics, but you know what I mean. But it's technically all the nations, all the countries come there to talk. It's where basically kind of where Black Panther in our MCU, the 616 universe, where his father went to talk to the people in Civil War, and then it got exploded framed by what's that villain's name? The villain from Civil War. And then he framed Bucky Barnes for it. God. Baron Zemo. He's one of those villains where they kind of not did him right, but at the same time, they played him perfectly, so I couldn't complain. But, yes. It was like, it was there, but in this world, which is like the 828, 828 universe, she was, giving some type of statement to the people of all the countries in that one room, telling them to get some political stuff. And in one of the countries while it's going through, you see a country, but the two people that were supposed to be there weren't there. And then the name of that country is Latavia, a country owned and ruled by Doctor Doom. And when I saw that, and I asked my friend next to me, and they told me, like, yeah, that's Doctor Doom's country, I was like, oh, no wonder I've seen that name before. So basically, Doctor Doom is basically in this universe. And I'm like, he's probably going to show up later on in this movie. And I kind of waited, but I thought to myself, yeah, he's not going to show up in the movie. He's going to show up in the credit scene because of Russo brothers. He showed up in the credit scene, so we know that he is going to be coming from the Fantastic Four 828 universe, and somehow is going to start messing with our 616 heroes and do something with them, which is probably what I'm thinking right now with the ship. If you've seen the credit scene for Thunderbolts of the ship entering the 616 universe, the Fantastic Four ship. Either Franklin is on it, Doctor Doom could be on it, or the Fantastic Four could be on it with Franklin because something happened to their world. We still don't know what happened to their world, because they defeat the Galactus. I thought Galactus might have, did something to the world and they have to escape and leave the people behind because the plot of the movie is basically, do they need to sacrifice one of their family members to save the world, or do they sacrifice the world to save the family member, which is basically the baby, because the baby has powers. And Galactus, when he scanned the baby, when they went to Galactus' ship, far out reaching the universe, and he scanned the baby, not the baby, he did scan the baby, but he scanned Susan Storm's pregnant body. He's like, that baby has some special powers. And she's like, how? The baby don't have no special powers. He's like, because the baby been hiding it from you, and he knows, and I want him to be my successor and take my throne. And I'm like, oh shit. No wonder why Galactus was going after them on Earth, because of Franklin. Franklin is one of the strongest beings in the comics. Well, not the strong. He probably is the strongest. I don't know that much. I just know bits here and there that I'm hearing, and I look and I research and stuff. But I just heard that he's really strong. So, and if I'm wrong, just put in the comics. But that's what I heard and stuff. But yeah, technically, Galactus goes to Earth to get them after he sends Silver Surfer, but then she kind of ends up betrays Galactus after Human Torch kind of bring back the past of what she went through, and then all the planets and people that beg for mercy that she destroyed and didn't listen to. It was wow what he does and stuff. But technically that's what the plot is of the Fantastic Four movie, with Galactus going after Jonathan, who has the power of that is strong enough, that is like stronger than any being, and then of course Doctor Doom is coming from the 828 universe, and somehow he's going to end up in our 616 universe, and that's how far we don't know of how he's going to do it. We don't know for sure how he's going to do it. We just know now where he's coming from. Other than that, I'm trying to figure out what else they showed. You do see some of the villains of the Fantastic Four in there, and well, you see the one from that Caesar the Pizza commercial. Caesar's Pizza, I guess it's called. Yeah, you see God, what is that creature's name? The big giant swamp looking thing. Not Man Thing. He's not Man Thing. He's the other guy. God. Damn, I don't even know his name. I know I visualize what he looked like because I played Marvel Snap and I got one of his cards because he was one of the cards that says 614 on it. I just don't know what his name is. They fought him. You see a good version of him in the movie. So I knew he was going to be in the movie, because if he was in that Pizza commercial, I'm like, yeah, he's going to be in that movie. And he was in there for 2 seconds of them kicking his ass. Mole Man, of course, is in it because, they saw the actors playing Mole Man, and he was funny. He reminded me of the Underminer from The Incredibles, because he was that kind of funny, stupid, but funny. But I think smart. I don't know. He was just funny. The one scene with with John Malkovich that was cut, he was supposed to be playing either the Mad Thinker or this other guy, which they cut out the scene because there's a couple of villains you do not see. You only see those two villains, which was the swamp creature looking dude, Mole Man, and then of course Silver Surfer and Galactus. So there's 4 villains you see in this movie, and then others they just drop name, like like I said, Mad Thinker, the Puppeteer, and there was some other crazy names. I'm like, okay. Oh, Red Ghost. Red Ghost was the other one. Red Ghost. Yeah, I knew. I know what they said, and it's coming up. Yeah, Red Ghost, and then there was some other ones. But, I mean, movie was solid. Loved it. Like I said, another review, I gave it 10 out of 10. Go check it out. Go watch it. In IMAX, it was awesome. Like I said, the pocketbook is right up there now next to the Gauntlet. So, I got both my daddy's theater. So, that's awesome. But, yeah, probably my favorite Marvel movie this year. Even though I enjoy Thunderbolts, I definitely enjoy Superman, which is, I'm about to do that review right now after this one. And then Captain America: Brave New World. It was good for fast pacing action movie, but there was some stuff I'm like, yeah, this should have happened. Yeah, they're missing something here, but at the same time, it was still a good movie. But other than that, thank you for watching this spoiler review, and I'll see you all in the Superman review. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, and please like, comment, and share this video to your friends and stuff so I can, get more subscribers if you can. Thank you. I'll see you later.